Hey guys, it's Woody the Unexceptional Gamer, and this is Mail Monday. So if you've never seen Mail Monday before, the basic concept is that, I don't know, because of the nature of my channel, I get all this really interesting mail from my subs, from people that watch my videos. Sometimes they ask for girlfriend advice, sometimes they're suicidal, and all kinds of things. So I figured what I would do is I'd make this little series and read some of the mails that I get from you guys and, share them, answer some questions, give some advice, what have you. So let's take a look at this first one. All right, first letter. I'm almost 20, and I haven't been able to score a better job than an effing cook at a local fast food joint. What makes it worse is that I live in a small town, so business is pretty limited. And where I work is the only place that will hire high school graduates. I'd get the hell out of this town if I could actually drive too, but I failed every damn test I've taken. I'm socially awkward. Even my other coworkers hate my effing guts. I've repressed lust for one of my best friends too. She's athletic, smart, and a gorgeous Southern belle. I love her. But you know what it's like. I've been in friend zoned real hard. She's my only best friend, besides this one kid, who I'm pretty sure is only hanging around me because he's mentally challenged. I guess he's the only one who can tolerate me. And what makes this all worse is that I live in a pineapple under the sea. That was awesome. I had to include it. Don't know what kind of advice I can give you, but you are SpongeBob SquarePants. I enjoyed the letter. Thanks for writing in. Hey Woody, love your videos. Check your page daily. I'm a senior in high school, and it's almost time for me to choose a college. And let me tell you, I'm confused. I live in New Hampshire, and I've gotten accepted to a college in New Hampshire, one in Connecticut, and one in Minnesota. The college in Minnesota is my favorite and has a nice program, and I would be on the soccer team, but I would be so far away from my family and friends. What should I do? Go to an okay college near my home, or an excellent college that I'll be on the soccer team, but so far away from my home? Give me the advice. I need help. For me, this is an easy one. I would tell my kid to go to Minnesota, and I would miss him or her, and it would be hard, but it'll be a good experience for you to get away from the house. It'll be your first opportunity to grow up, and it's a cool thing. Now, I'll warn you that you need to be responsible on your own, and that's harder than it may sound. When you go to college for the first time, ditching class has almost no consequence, except, of course, that you don't learn, you get bad grades, and all these horrible things. But there are no immediate consequences, typically, for that sort of thing. When you drink too much, when you smoke what you shouldn't smoke, all those things, like, you don't have the same sort of system there checking up on you. And this will be your first opportunity to make decisions for yourself and live with those consequences. Now, I just hope you don't mess that up. Hope they don't mess that up too much. So, anyway, yeah, I think you should go to the school you really like. Let's talk about some of the other things that you might want to look at when you're choosing a college. So, of course, one of the big things that you'll be looking for is, does the school offer the major that you're interested in? It's kind of tough at 18 years old to choose your career, but that's essentially what you do when you pick your major, and you want to make sure that the college has a decent program for that major. That's a big deal. Another thing you'll want to look at is the makeup of the student body, right? So that can mean a couple of different things. The Greek system, for example. Do you want a school that has a lot of guys who are in fraternities? In some schools, almost 80 or 90% of the kids are Greek in one way or another, and in other schools that's not the case. So what are you going to do about that? Do you want that? Do you not want that? It's a big deal. If there's a Greek system, it's a little more like high school. If there's not, then it's a little more independent. Doesn't work the same way. I wish I could explain it better. Another thing you want to look at is it a commuter college, right? If in some schools up to like 70% of the student body commutes to class, and if that happens, then the place is going to be dead on weekends. The place is going to be I don't know. People don't have the same sense of attachment to the school when they go home every weekend. So you want to look at that and decide whether or not that's something that's important to you. So yeah, that's another thing that you might look at when you're choosing a school. The cost of the school is a really big deal, right? It's easy when you're 18 to sign up for student loans and kind of not think about the difference that an extra 10 grand a year is going to have on you for the first part of your adult life, and it's a really big deal, right? This could be stress that you bring into your first marriage, to your marriage. This could be, just a weight on your shoulders for an awful long time. The cost of a school really does matter. The point is to get a decent career out of this thing, and you don't want to be needing a really, really outstanding career just to break even because you went to a super expensive college. The area of the country that the college in is kind of a big deal too. It's some guys prefer to be a college town where everything kind of revolves around that school and it's a big deal and all the local businesses cater to it. Some guys prefer to be like that you could go to a college in New York City and that might be appealing to you. It offers bigger things. It offers bigger dance clubs, bigger events, things that aren't just college events. But then again, like I went to school in Philadelphia, and you could almost hardly tell that the school was there. Whereas, it's kind of neat sometimes to have the town catered to your school more than more than it would be, say, if that town was New York. So that's another thing you might want to look at when you're choosing a college. So we've talked about the social life, making sure it has the academic major that you need, making sure that it's financially doable, making sure that the student body is what you're looking for. Do you want it to be done on weekends? Do you want it to be Greek, right? These are a big deal, what does Greek really mean? It just means that there's probably more smaller social groups that are tightly tied together as opposed to the anonymity that you have without a Greek system. I guess that's the biggest difference if I could explain it like that. Oh yeah, and then the last thing I wanted to throw in there is make sure you visit the college first. Get a trip out there, see what the campus is like, see what the students are like, see if it fulfills your expectations, because you can learn a lot in a college visit. You can see what the people are like. It's kind of cool. And and that's how I would choose a college in a couple of minutes. Woody, I'm not normally one to complain about too much with Call of Duty, but one thing that bothers me right now is the sound in Black Ops. Footsteps cannot be heard. I have Ninja Pro. They don't. I have a headset. I still can't hear sound. You are right. The sound in Black Ops sucks. People who watch this channel a lot know that I defend Treyarch, that I'm really appreciative of the effort they put into maintaining it, putting patches out, fixing stuff. It's fantastic. No game has ever been this well supported in the Call of Duty series, and I love that. But when it comes to sound, they screwed it up. The sound in this game is worse than COD 2, worse than COD 4, worse than Modern Warfare 2, worse than World at War. The sound in this game sucks, and it's a shame. I guess you've stumbled upon something that kind of makes me mad. It was easy to do. It was something they did intentionally to make the sound this bad. Ninja Pro is a worthless perk outside of game battles. I never run it, but I think I'm running it in this game because I just played some game battles. But they did not do a good job with the sound. I see what you're seeing, and hopefully Infinity Ward learns from Treyarch's mistake, just like Treyarch learned from so many Infinity Ward mistakes.